Hello everyone and welcome to RLH GT Sport, and this is GT4, the GT4 series. And yes, it may look like the drivers are having a bit of a maniac experience at the moment, but no, they're actually doing a lap of honour for Antoine Hubert, who sadly died on the Saturday of the Spa-Francorchamps weekend, and everyone is now paying a bit of tribute to him. People, I believe, have done helmets and stuff, so we'll just leave that on the screen as we take a lap around the Sardegna B circuit, just waiting for someone to initiate it, and then we'll start. Obviously, Antoine Hubert, very young driver, and he will surely be missed within the community of all the formulas, Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula 3, and the motorsport community in general. So now we're going to go around in a formation lap. All 8 drivers are just gonna pay their tributes. As you can see with Wesley's car there, it says hashtag Rip Hubert, racing for Antoine, all that stuff, paying their tributes as they should. So everyone's just in formation as my battery is running low. But at this moment, I think I should keep a moment of silence for Antoine Hubert and everyone who has been affected by his passing away. I'd like to thank everyone for that moment of silence. Everyone just be very calm on track, no overtakes, just everyone staying in formation, just getting ready for the start of qualifying for the GT4 Championship. Obviously I am a standing commentator because I'm not at school yet, so why the hell not? And you've always home alone, so why the hell not? Why should I not commentate when I can? So as you can see, actually, this is actually a very good time to have a look at all the cars on display. Obviously, I haven't seen these type of cars before. I've been used to the GT3s. As you can see, Nick is in the pits as well. As everyone comes into the pits now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yes they do. And with all their liveries, just saying, just almost a goodbye in RLH style to Antoine Hubert. Obviously, we can do this in GT Sport. Sadly, it's not, I don't believe, available to do in F1. But anyway, it's nice to know that everyone is paying their respects to Antoine Hubert, who sadly died. So the qualifier has begun at 7:05 UK time. So around about 8:10, the session should end. So we hear an absolute raging noise from the Aston Martin. I believe it's a Vantage, and my god, that is a noise. That is absolutely lovely from Shaw there in his roll centre car. As we can see at the moment, Billy and Dynamic Racing are literally inside of each other at the moment, as everyone's sporting pink liveries. And you know what, let's go through the helmets while we can. Dynamic Racing, he does not have anything on helmet, but he does have a very nice helmet nonetheless. Shaw has a black and red, white and blue helmet to tribute to Antoine. Wesley also has got a tribute helmet, as well as a tribute car. And let's go on board with Philip now. Philip, has he sported a helmet? Yes, he has. He sported a pink design for his helmet tonight. Let's have a look at shorts. We've seen shorts. Let's have a look at. We've seen dynamics as well. Billy's got about the same as like like Phillips as well as teammate, as Schmidt's just gone with the pink stripe down the side. And Nicker was Nicker done. Nicker's just kept with his stuff. He's got a very, very basic Guana Racing livery. But anyway, people are now starting their lap, so we'll ride on board with Schmidt as he comes up towards turn number 1 and 2. Obviously, I kind of know this track because of the because there was I believe it was a manufacturers cup around here, which I did shocking at. Yeah, so I kind of know this track quite well, so I kind of know where to brake and stuff. So you're braking at the end of that board on the right hand side there, coming in as close as you can for the entry for the best exit possible. Now into the right hand, though, want to touch the curb if you can. That's my line of way of doing it. But yes, Schmidt copies me in that aspect as he comes down the hill, down towards the hairpin. Well, the 90-degree corner, if I can call that a hairpin, I'm not really sure. But it's a 90-degree corner, and braking now down into it. Schmidt goes. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he won last week, so why not win again? Actually, was that? No, that was in GT3. Yes, it was. So GT3 was last Thursday, sorry, around this track. But in the GT3 car. So basically, these guys know the track quite well, but obviously we're now in GT4 cars. Let's have a look what Schmidt can do with his lap time. Obviously it doesn't show us a lap time, I don't believe. Yes, it does down the bottom actually, a 25.3. A good lap time from Schmidt there. No one to compare yet, but now times are flooding in. Wesley actually is second slower, but Short goes faster, and Dynamic Racing just slots in. The top 4 separated by around a 10th. Yeah, top 4 separated by a 10th of a second, as people are now finishing their first flying laps. Philip coming out to the line, so is Billy, and Billy set the slowest lap so far, 3 seconds off the pace. So, Billy's gone off. Billy's always run wide there, but he stayed on the track, which is nice to see. And that is it's a Corvette C7. Alright, it's actually a very nice livery actually. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Philip makes the livery, so credit where it's due to Philip, because that's a very nice livery. So we now ride down the hill. Everyone, so basically these first few laps are basically just fuel wastes. I've come to see recently. You just want to lower down your fuel a bit by just putting some laps in, kind of getting to know the track, as Billy and Philip are coming up together, almost in formation, but no, he's just letting Philip through. I believe that may have been a bit of a toe to give to Philip, so let's ride on board with Philip as he comes round the long left-hander. Short actually improves in his lap time, taking further up into first. So does Jatmir, and Jatmir is actually beating him by around 8/800ths of a second, as Philip has gone very wide through there, compromising his lap time, and that could be any chance of Philip improving, gone down the drain. Let's have a look if he does improve. He does not improve, and I'm not surprised, as we can see Jatmir and Dynamic Racing actually quite close to each other, as I believe that they're both Cymax Motorworks, aren't they? So those two sporting the GR4 car, or what car is that? I completely forgot. That's a Porsche Cayman. Yes, it is. I'm absolutely stupid. I should probably I probably should leave if I don't know what a Porsche Cayman is. Anyway, coming down now, braking now down into the hairpin once again, as I believe someone has commented on the stream, not like I'm on the stream or anything, as Jatmir is just actually, he's ahead of Short at the moment, so only 500ths actually faster than Short. And Short, will he be able to reply to the lap time as he comes through the final corner now, using all the track he can on exit? What can he do? Up to the line, Short now comes, he's going to peel into the pits. He's not happy with the state of his tyres. He's going to come into the pits for another set of tyres, obviously for the racing softs, I would suspect. And out the pit Short comes now, No one, I believe, has set faster lap times. Good evening, Phil. Hope you're doing well. As yes, this will be much a more calming stream today, as I'm what you could say bored out of Netflix. But hi Sam, hope you had a good day. I'm not sure if you're back at school yet, but I'm not yet, as we're getting a few more people onto the stream. So we come further into the qualifying session. 13 minutes left of it, and I'm impressed with GT Sport. Basically, I'm happy that basically we can all have a practice lobby together, and then now I can see how long's left in qualifying, so can the drivers, so they know exactly how long's left in the qualifying session. None of this, I will just stop it when this person's crossed the line. But you got to see it as we're now getting a flood of people joining the stream, which is nice to see. Hello everyone who's joined. So at the moment, let's have a look at the order so far. So Jatmir is on pole at the moment, only 500ths ahead of Short, and then another 1/10 separates him and Dynamic Racing. Schmidt is only 100th behind, and then behind that is Wesley. Wesley being a second off that. Can he improve up to the line? No, he will not be able to. Nicker up to the line though. Does jump Wesley to P5 on the grid. Let's have a look at Philip. Philip coming around the final corner now, and Billy's just on his own. He's just on his own. As Sam says, he's already done a week of school. Jesus, I feel sorry for you, man. Coming up to the line, Philip does not improve on his lap time, and his last lap was a 28.2. And what's Jack's last lap time? A 25.1. So it's around a 3-second gap between the top and the bottom drivers at the moment. So guys, predictions for the end of qualifying. I'll see the top four separated by 0.2 of a second as Schmidt is pushing that car to the absolute limit. Coming through now down the back straight. It's a very actually nice back straight. It opens overtaking opportunities, as you can go down the inside, but then you will have the outside for the next corner. So you may want to try it around the outside, going left to the person and trying to get the inside for this corner. But obviously the best route through here is going around the outside and cutting that apex. But it depends about your exit. It's all about the exit, as Dynamic Racing does pop into the pits still with 70% of his fuel left in his car, as Wesley goes quicker, and he actually goes pole, and Short actually goes quicker than that. So obviously with fuel, people are now saying even quicker lap time. So Wesley, the top four are now separated by what, 0.2 once again of a second, but the top three are separated by 300ths of a second. Yes, I say that once again, 300ths of a second, not even that. That is actually ridiculous how quickly, how little they're separated by actually. As you can see, their fuel is going down to more than 50% range almost now, so they're going to be streaming in with faster lap times as the session does progress. So now riding on board with a certain Billy as he comes around the final corner. Will he be able to improve? So 28.3 was his last lap time. Will he improve on that? Up to the line he comes, and he has improved and set a 28.2, a bit quicker, but still on the back row of the grid, only 200ths behind his teammate Philip. Now riding on board with Jack. Jack being a Welshman, it looks like, on the top of his helmet, so it's nice to know that people from all areas are of the world are basically participating. Obviously, apparently there's 10 million sheep here in Wales, but only 3 million people. So if the sheep turned on the people, that would be a very scary sight. I could say that for free. I wouldn't want to be in Wales for that. As Short is, I believe, just coming out of the pits, ghosting, as a certain Jatmir is getting a bit windy on the entry into turn number 1. So I'm going to have a look actually at the www.racingleaguehub.com website, because I'm actually not that good at researching what these guys have done. As we'll ride on board with Schmidt, as he comes through down the back straight now. Breaking now down into the 90-degree right-hander. But this next corner I really do like, is Billy actually now goes and beats Phillips' lap time. He gets into the very low 128, so 128.0. So if we now go to leagues, if I can get it, should click leagues and press archives instead, because my thing is hang on lads, I'm just having a look at this. Here we go. Season 1 GT4 and driver standings. As Dynamic Racing has actually just bumped himself up to I'm sorry, look how close the top 4 still separated by 0. That is ridiculous. Like, no, that's illegal. Wesley only 300ths off. Sure, 100th off. Dynamic Racing less than 100th of Jack Mia, who's on pole. So the standings are, so in first is Dynamic Racing. Dynamic Racing 1. Second last week was Wesley, and third was Short. Smith took 4th. 5th was Nicker. 6th was Philip. 7th was Billy. 8th was Phil. I don't believe these guys race at the bottom, as Jack Mia, I believe, is on his debut. And what a debut it is so far at the moment. Saying the timing screens are light, only 8 thousandths ahead of Dynamic Racing, just ahead of him. So I could see this going down to the wire at the end of the session as fuel becomes less of a problem for these drivers. So the number 36 at the moment, just hoping for the best, as that's an indicator of how everyone's doing. 6 minutes left in the session, 50% fuel left in the Alfa Romeo 4C of Wesley Van Rens. Oh, Short's gone and just wiped off my figure, basically. He's gone 2/10 clear of everyone else. Second to 4th still, very close. But Short has just gone and set a lap time 2/10 quicker. I believe Nick has also improved just behind him in his very lightly detailed, lightly detailed Guana racing car. But yes, it is being represented. I have no clue what it says on the back. Let's have a look what it says on the back. Can we? No, you stay. No clue what that's meant to mean. But Nick, obviously, being a very funny person, is obviously there's a meaning to that I don't get. As the gap between Wesley and Nicker is 2 thousandths of a second. Yes, I repeat that. 2 thousandths of a second as he runs completely into the gravel, does Nicker. And he spun it, and yellow flag for him, and hopefully gets off the racing line. Yes, he does, to ensure that no one else can get past. Well, no, everyone can get past, excuse me. That'd be a bit shocking if no one could get past. So Short just stringing a good lap together, and I believe he's heading into the pits for the final time. Putting on some more soft compound tyres. And it'll come out once again for the final time today. RLH underscore Short 77 out of the pits. He once again comes, and what a noise that makes. That car just sounds absolutely amazing. And Schmidt has set a 25.0. Just only 3. Wow, this is just ridiculously close. 300ths of Nicker. So let's have a look. So 1/10 gap. 8,000th gap, 8,000 gap, 200th gap, 2,000th gap, and 300th gap. As Fretty has joined with a very, very short amount of time to go in the session. He's got 4 minutes left. Okay, hi. As that's my worst thing ever. So the grid is just very close, isn't it? Everyone's just very equally matched. There's I don't think Fretty's going to get many laps. Right, anyway, so we see Nicker now. Looks like he's on a push lap, so let's see if he can improve on his lap time. Anyway, coming around the final few corners now is Nicker. What can Nicker do with his lap time? Up to the line, Nicker comes, and will he improve? Will he overtake Wesley? There will not be a fastest lap time for the driver. So he set a 24.98. Oh no, that was his fastest lap. I do excuse myself. Schmidt's just completely died. Yeah, he's just gone off, and I don't know if this is the glitch or is this just him. Yeah, it's just him just going off, as everyone now just going around for the final time. As Short's just cruising at the moment. Well, not, I wouldn't say cruising. He's trying to improve on his lap time as he's cutting the apexes perfectly. I can assure you that no momentum is being lost through these apexes. He's going to be pushing to the absolute max. I probably should take some tips from Short here, taking his racing line. That is absolutely perfect on entry there. Getting all the exit curve that he needs. Breaking now down as Billy and Philip both improve, but not by enough to increase their position. Now up to the line. And Short, will he improve? He does improve by 0.5 of a second. He's just been told by Fretty to hop into the Discord DMs. Obviously, Fretty trying to slide into Short's DMs there as he's gone into pause, so make sure that no one else can get distracted by him. Hopefully his car is ghosted. It looks like it is, and now people are really now starting their last lap. So Jack Mia coming up to the line as he'll be looking to get a massive improvement on his lap time. What will Jack Mia do in terms of lap time? Up to line he now comes, and he doesn't improve on his lap time. He's got one more lap to show what he's capable of. This will be his final lap, I do believe, breaking now down into turn number 1. Dynamic Racing, where's he? Dynamic Racing, he's coming through the middle sector. Where's Wesley? Wesley's coming through the first sector. Well, he's just started the middle sector actually. Nicker right behind him. Schmidt is there. Who's the last? It's going to be Philip. Philip's going to be the first person. I believe he's going to have another lap on the board to do. 3.8 seconds off the pace though as he comes around the final corner now. Will Philip be able to improve on his lap time? And the same goes for Billy. Philip up to the line with lighter fuel. He won't be able to improve. Will Billy improve? He won't improve either, but they still have 2 time laps left to go. Well, 1 time lap left to go. Direct Racing will be the next person to cross the line. He's got 1 more lap after this, so let's have a look. What will he be able to do? Will he be able to improve? Set a benchmark? No, he won't. There's 1 more lap for him, definitely, as we need to have a look. Wesley's got a penalty actually, that could really compromise him. Up to line. So Nicker now jumps up to P2. So Nicker, he's 2/10 ahead of Jack Mia and 4/10 shy of Short as Schmidt goes and improves by 2/10 to split them in half. And now I guarantee we could see some blistering times being set in as we now see Jack Mia up to line. He won't improve, and that is the end of Jack Mia's session. 6/10 off pole. Who else needs to finish their laps? Obviously Philip and Billy. Billy looks much closer than to Philip than he was last time round, so I believe there could be an improvement here from Billy, and Philip may be aiding him, maybe. How far is Billy off? No, Billy's too far off to get anywhere closer to Wesley. If he can gain 2.7 seconds, then GG's to him. But let's have a look at Philip first. Philip runs wide out the final corner, so does Billy actually. They both run wide, so as Philip's actually slowed down, hopefully getting Billy a bit of a toe, but he knows it's not going to be enough to improve any positions, as no, neither of them to improve. Dynamic Racing will be the next person to cross the line. Where will this put him? Dynamic Racing up to the line now. He will come over the line and he will stay in P5. Let's have a look at Schmidt. Schmidt doesn't improve, As here we go, Nicker. Will he improve on his lap time? No, he won't. That's Schmidt. Is that Schmidt? I'm not sure who I'm looking at right now. Schmidt up to line. Won't improve. And neither will anyone else. I believe that is everyone completed. So that is the end of everyone's session. Short will be your pole sitter today. And here we go then. For the start of the final. Fretty's just in here and he's not racing. I don't know why he joined the lobby. But here we go, there's your grid. Loads of CNSs, BNSs and whatever you have. As now we are getting ready to start with a standing start around the RLH grid. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And someone's disconnected. As he said exit. As great. Oh, I was looking forward to that. I know exactly why that is. Because Fretty wants to be in the game. He wants to be here, and I don't believe you can join mid-quali session. So let's get back into there. Back into spectator mode, and we shall continue. So now it looks like everyone changed the lobbies, as it looks like everyone just needs to hop out on track, and then Short can do the grid. Enter, as Short says. I don't need to enter, I can tell you that for free. As everyone's now entering the session. Make sure Fretty's there as well, and then we will get started with the session. As it looks like we have some comments on the stream, which I've not been looking at. What have people been saying? What have people been saying? What have people been saying? Nicker livery is Consuelo from Family Guy. Oh. 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 I think I get that. Love you guys. Can you give me and Philip have some camera time? Please thank everyone for exiting and apologies for being late. Yeah. Racing for Antoine, says Philip. Fretty, no. Billy, that's a bit mean. Wouldn't wait for me. Yeah, Phil, you're probably going to be home at like 10 PM. So, I don't know what Dunout Racing's doing. He's just hopped into the grid. Someone's doing donuts. Philip's just doing donuts. I don't know if that's going to ruin his tyres or not, but I sure hope it does, because that would be funny. It's a very nice engine though. I do like the sound of it. Everyone now just going out. Ooh, is that? Oh, never mind, I'm stupid. I don't know what Nick is doing either. I think they're trying to do burnouts while the lobby's just getting set up. So, have we got all the participants? We do, we have all the participants. So we're just waiting for the grid to be set up. And then we shall start. And that will be lovely. Hello Short if you're watching the stream. Because I have a feeling you are watching the stream. As yes, people are definitely doing donuts. Don't know what Nick is doing. Nick is just being Nick. Billy's just going around backwards. As don't know what people are doing. They're just toying around basically until we're ready and started. So Nick, I think, is doing a bit of warm up. I have no clue what Nick is doing. Is he practicing starts? I think that's what Nick is doing. He's actually... He is. Nick is practicing his starts. Fair play to him. And it's lights out, away we go for Nicker once again. Upshifting for him, and everyone is now starting. So the final has been started. Everyone is ready. Fretty is actually here now. So we will now start for RLH GT4. So here's your grid once again. Obviously, I don't believe there will be quality times. Actually, there were quality times. Fair play. So you can see them all on your left-hand side of the screen there. So you see the grid for a 40-minute race. So we're going to actually finish at around about 12 past. But here we go to 5 red lights. And it's lights out. Away we go for the start of the Sardegna race. And it looks like Nick has just bogged down at the start there. Not in what his practice starts before. And it's going to be side by side with the two roll centre cars going down into turn 1. Short on the inside, Schmidt on the outside. Who will come out on top? It's going to be Schmidt, it looks like, who's going to have the outside for turn number 2. Riding on board with Schmidt now as Short's gone into the lead, obviously with the left-hander, and I cannot ride on board with him, which is absolutely great. I don't know why. I think it's what's happened to my keyboard. I really don't know. As we now can see Short in the lead of this race, and hopefully my keyboard no! Lads, I'm an idiot. Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot, lads. Lads, I'm an idiot. Guys, I'm an absolute total idiot. Right, hopefully that hasn't restarted the stream. I have a feeling it may have. Has it restarted the stream? No, it hasn't. Thank God. Whoa. Ooh, thank God. But anyway, sorry for that, lads. My keyboard just went crazy there. As at the moment, Schmidt's lost a lot of time. It looks like he may have been in a collision there. As Fretty is closing up. As we now finish lap 1, we see Wesley and Dynamic absolutely fighting it out. Wesley on the outside, Dynamic on the inside. Obviously racing for Antoine, as it says on Wesley's car, down the inside. Oh, that's massive contact. Short's off the track, and that's got to be some kind of penalty for Wesley. He's just broken way too late, and Short's lost the lead of the race now. Dynamic Racing has inherited it, and that is not what Short would have expected at the start of the lap, as it looks like Schmidt and Jatmio have come in for some damage, as I wouldn't expect to see that Short doesn't have damage as well. As let's have a ride on board with Short now, if we can actually go to his POV. He's got really bad rear wing damage, rear end damage. As can we see that on his car? I'm not sure if we can. Yeah, very visible back damage. There's one person who's made up a lot of positions because he's been in no collisions is Billy. Billy's in P4 right now. A great start from him. But Dynamic Racing, we're going back to GT3, guys, because Dynamic Racing's just come out and he's blitzed it, and now needs to just stay ahead. And I believe this could be something that he just needs to stay ahead, and this could be something for him to win. He's got a very high potential. As Wesley pits at the end of his lap for severe front end damage. As I wouldn't expect Short to also come into the pit at the end of this lap. Where is Short actually? Short's actually in P4, and he's carrying on. Short is carrying on. So that's not the end for Short. It's not the end for him at all, as the pack is splitting up with a few incidents that have happened. So now coming into the second section, that is a 5-second lead already for a certain Dynamic Racing. So he's just stayed out of all the trouble, and he's just been able to extend the lead as all his competitors have been outplaced basically. As 4.2 seconds is the leader. So it looks like he went a bit hairy out of the long right-hander, as he's pushing that car to the absolute limit. I can tell you that for free, as people are now all coming down. But I've got to say, the Highlight Racing cars are doing absolute business. 3rd and 5th right now. What a result for them so far. Breaking now down into the 90-degree right-hander before we go into the about, I don't know how many degrees that would be. I don't know. Don't even question me on that. Probably about 85, maybe even 90. I have no clue. But anyway, whatever. Billy's now coming through as it looks like Shaw's getting ready to take that position back on the inside. Billy around the outside though is holding on. Great defence from Billy there. As we now ride on board with Shaw once again. He's looking for that toe he needs. Coming down the main straight, Shaw comes. Will he be able to intercept this position and get ahead of Billy down into turn 1 maybe? But Billy has got some straight line speed on him. Braking now down into turn 1 of the 100-metre board. Billy has timed this perfectly, and I believe some of this damage may have caused Shaw to be a bit slower on the straights there. So Billy holding on to that P3 quite well actually. As I say that, loses a bit of time on exit, and Shaw's actually looking for that move as soon as possible. Anyway, come into the next few corners. So Billy somehow holding on to this third position as Shaw, the person who qualified on pole position, is hunting him down. Billy, who started in 7th in this race, having an absolute stormer so far, as I think he's almost slowing Shaw down there, as it's a 9-second gap to Dynamic Racing now, who's absolutely just pulling an absolute mad one right now, as Shaw is looking for the inside down into this left-hander, and Shaw has now taken this position. Now he needs to go on an absolute charge to get anywhere close to his rival of Dynamic Racing, or even nicker in P2. Let's have a look at Fretty. Fretty obviously with a finish livery on his wing mirrors. Oh, he's hit the barrier, looks like there. As it looks like, yeah, look, he's hit the barrier on the inside there. A bit of corner cutting, and he's lost 0.5 of a second down to a penalty as we see ahead. Billy still challenging Shaw actually. Maybe a bit of speed difference here coming down to turn 1. Billy is still on the back of him, and we may have to compare that speed later on. But at the moment, our race is looking like this. So Dynamic Racing with a 4.7 second lead, actually now got up to 5.1 as Nicker is in P2. P3 is Short, P4 is Billy, P5 is Fretty, P6 is Wesley after that collision with Short, P7 is Philip, P8 is Jackmere, who's looking to actually get past Philip right now actually, as Philip's run wide, and Jackmere's got past him as Schmidt right at the back of the grid is in P9, and I can see him definitely coming out of the grid. As we know, in GT4 he actually did win the race and beat Dynamic Racing to it, so I can expect to see him get quite close. So 20 seconds separating the field, 5 laps into this race, 8 minutes in, well actually 7 actually, if I just saw 32 and I thought maybe a bit more than that, but no, we're 7 minutes in. Coming now down into the left-hander. Oh, it's finished. Oh, Schmidt's lost it. Quickly just having a sip of water. Schmidt's lost it, and Philip almost lost it as well. He may have been put off actually by Philip if we take a replay. So let's have a look at Schmidt once again. Does he have damage at this point? So Schmidt doesn't have damage at this point. He hits the grass on the outside and he's just gone for a spin. That's not what Schmidt would have liked to see. I think I put a bit of a bad omen on his name, as we now ride on board with Schmidt, who's actually in the pits now. Now putting on more tyres on his car, so it's not been a race to remember for Schmidt, as he doesn't fill up with fuel at all. Braking now down. It's turn 1 and then turn 2, and Schmidt doesn't have back wheels apparently, so he's actually racing with 2 wheels right now. So that's nice to see. As I've probably missed some action of some kind. Yes, I have missed action, as Dynamic Racing's pulled another 2 seconds on Nicker, and this is looking very confident so far for Dynamic Racing. As Short cannot contain with the pace of Dynamic right now. Meanwhile, Wesley's taken 4th already after that pit stop, so it shows some immense pace from the driver, and also he's got newer tyres, so he'll be able to track down Short at a quick pace actually, as Billy is now getting tracked down by Fretti actually behind him. So riding on board with Fretti now. So what's the pace difference? It looks like there is a significant pace difference. 135 to 140. Yeah, so maybe, I'm not sure if it's anything to do with setup, but maybe Billy's made his car more for straight lines to defend his positions rather than for the corners, which this track is probably more suited for, but more he's looking to defend those positions that he can gain rather than overtake people. He's more looking for that defensive route just on the straights, and maybe able to attack someone, maybe to get a bad exit out of the final corner, and that could actually help him quite a lot. Or is it more the Corvette's traits of being fast in a straight line? I'm not really sure personally, but I expect these guys know way too well. As Jatmi has actually now got past Fretti as we look in Billy's rear view. Jatmi obviously starting quite high off the grid, as he looks like he's actually looking for a move on Billy quite soon. Coming down towards the left-hander, Jatmi has actually got past Billy and up into P5 as Fretti's now looking for a move on him, as Billy's actually still looking for that move on Jatmir, and he's hit the grass on the outside here. This gives a perfect run for Fretti in behind. Fretti, yes, now down the inside of Billy, has taken off that P6, and Billy now down into P7. But I expect Billy is not done with this move yet, as we know he's got a much more straight line speed than Fretti ahead of him. Could this be also down to fuel mix? We don't know. But around the outside, Billy goes now down into turn number 1. Is this a complete move for Billy? Not sure at the moment, but yes, it is. Down into turn number 1. Fretti's still looking for it, but Billy has got it. Who are we going to ride on board with next, shall we? It looks like everyone's a bit split now. Let's have a look. So Diamond Racing 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Yeah, 1/10 of a second. Yeah, they're equally spread. Let's have a look at this then. Wesley and Short only separated by 1/10 of a second. So Short being able to defend quite well, but Wesley and Short, they've already been together once in this race, and I expect Wesley doesn't want to go into the back of Short once again. Wesley on better tyres than Short, but Short obviously knowing he's got some pace, obviously qualifying on pole, obviously having that rear end damage, he's just trying to hold on as much as possible, as I believe Wesley could make this move done quite soon. As never mind, Short comes into the pits. He's not happy with that damage, as he's just going to pop into the pits. And you know what, he's done with life. He's bye-bye. Braking once again down to turn 1. Wesley just having a bit of time on his own now. Obviously that gap has increased. As Jatmir, looks like Fretti's still in a battle with Billy here. As Billy, with his straight line speed, has been able to keep on to him, but he's just lost a bit of time in the gravel. And I expect within the coming laps, Short will be on him like a car bonnet. I can tell you that, as Schmidt and Philip are right at the back. Philip almost a minute down now off of Dynamic Racing in P1. Breaking now down to turn 1. It's not looking too promising for the likes of Philip and Schmidt in P8 and P9. Schmidt, at least he's got the crown of winning the GT3 race, but sadly it doesn't look like he may win this GT4 race tonight. I don't believe there is any kind of safety car, so I believe this may be out of this question. So anyway, Nicker now pops into the pits with 25 minutes left of this session. Will he go on to another compound? So he's on the softs at the moment. Let's have a look. Will he go on to another set of softs? So now out he goes. Let's have a look. I believe it's that part. He's still on some softs. Let's have a look at Shaw as Fretti just streams past him. I believe we're now riding on board with Shaw. Yes, we are. And he is on softs as well. So yes, as we can see, Shaw is catching up a lot. Where's Billy? Billy's, I believe, just come out of the pits, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. I believe Billy's just come out of those pits. No, he hasn't come out of the pits. So Billy's had a moment, and he's lost a lot of time with that moment. and are now down into P7. So not the best for Billy. So now, with 25 minutes left of the session, let's have a little bit of a roundup of everything. It looks like Wesley has gone right onto the back of Dynamic. It looks like Dynamic must have pit in the meantime. Let's have a look. Yeah, Dynamic's pit, and Wesley is now able to get alongside Dynamic. Actually, Wesley's looking for the move for the lead here from hitting short on, I believe, lap 2. Now he's been able to catch up to Dynamic in first. Obviously his tyres are in a worse state as we ride on board with Wesley right now. Yeah, his softs are in a bit of a bad state, especially his rear right, but they're not actually looking too bad. He's been on the 9 laps as his tyres go about 11-12, so Wesley will be coming to the pits once again soon. But I'm really not sure, because these guys are pitting about 25 minutes into this race. Does this mean that these tyres just don't go the distance and maybe it's a 2-stop race? If so, Wesley can just put on a set of maybe mediums and go to the end of this race maybe. Breaking now down into the next corner. Wesley actually does lose the rear end a tiny bit there. Anyway, coming down to the next few corners we go. Obviously, it looks like with the better tyres, he's been able to make a bit of a lead, has Dynamic Racing. So, not as much of a problem now for him, but now riding on board with a certain Jack Mia who has come into... No, he hasn't come into the pits yet. So this is where he is at the moment. Actually, no, he did come in quite early, I do recall, actually. And that's a battle. That's between Nicker and Shaw, and around the outside Shaw goes for P5 in this race, I do believe. Yes, it is P5 as Nicker holds on to P4 as Shaw has been demoted down into P5 as Nicker's had actually a very good defensive play there. Let's have a look at Shaw versus Nicker once again. Down the inside Shaw now goes. Will this be a move? No, it won't be a move at the moment, but it looks like he's being sponsored by White Bikes. I don't know if that's a push on Rich Energy at all, but maybe a bit of a fun on Rich Energy, but I'm not sure. Or is he actually sponsored by White Bikes? If he is, that's actually quite cool. Anyway, Short now coming down. Looks like at the moment a certain Nicker is trying to get away actually, and it looks like he may be actually doing that quite well. As we now ride on board with Short. Let's have a look at the standings as it looks. So we can see the top 8, and we also see Philip as well. So Philip and Billy back to where they belong. Billy, yes, I am giving you some time on the screen, but sadly not where you'd like to see it. Down in P8, and Philip down in P9. One thing these guys need to work on is their consistency, as I've been disconnected. Stream still going. I've just been disconnected. Guys, I have a feeling everyone's just disconnected from the lobby. Yeah. Lobby's gone. What the heck has happened? I've just suggested half points, but what on earth has happened? Guys, I don't know if that's... I have no clue what the heck has happened. No, we said I'll be home in 5. Yeah, funny, Phil. We'll just go on to this screen for now. I have no clue what I need to do. Is there another lobby? Doesn't look like it's GT Sports problem. I have no clue what the heck's just happened. Let's see if I can join this room. As Phil, are you watching this in the car? The lobby died over 20 minutes ago, so maybe... Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but then obviously we need to... I feel like it's a bit unfair for the leaders and all that. Because obviously leads and all that. Just have a look in the GT4 chat. So apparently it's... No, we're not doing a 40-minute restart. Oh, come on. I've got to go. Oh, wow. $20-minute race. So we're actually doing this. Phil, get home quick. Phil, I've told the chat. Phil is 5 minutes away apparently. Fair play. So it looks like, Philip, your opinion's actually worked. Is everyone in? 1, 2, 3... No, there's only 9 people. Who's not here? Billy, join! Billy, join. Billy, are you here? Billy, are you here? Billy, are you here? Billy, are you here? Yeah, Billy's here. Cool. Oh, Phil, no! You're not going to be back. Phil, you're not going to be back in time. Right, I have no clue what's happening. I believe a 20-minute race, so I think I can probably... I think I can do 20 minutes. No interviews, though. So we should finish it around 15:15. So it'd be like a sprint race, guys. So it'd be like a safety car. So basically. Right, so apologies for the commentary in the last few minutes. Obviously there hasn't been much to talk about. Everyone just get back. Sure, just probably have a look at the stream right now, looking for what the classification was when we left. So this will actually help and benefit the people like Schmidt, people like Short, people like Ferretti actually, but this will not benefit Dynamic Racing in any way, shape or form. This will benefit Jack Muir. I'm not sure. But yeah lads, it's actually going to make the last 20 much more exciting. I'm just going to have a blue screen you guys a second. Just pulling. I think it's a bit late, mate. Started. Phil, Phil, it's so sad. Can we even F for Phil in the chat? Phil's about 2 minutes away. Here we go then, once again. So this was the order where we left it off. So the likes of Wesley have benefited an absolute ton. So this could be interesting. So actually, lads, this is we are actually halfway through the race right now. As we go to 5 red lights once again, and the lights do go out, and away we go once again. People will be able to lose and gain a lot of positions very quickly. Dynamic Racing's actually had a really bad start. Wesley though has gone into the lead, but Jack Muir down into turn 1 has taken the lead once again, as Jack Muir is now in the lead of this race. Sadly, Phil, you've just missed out, as breaking now down into turn number 3, turn number 4 coming up, I do believe. Phil, I'd be fuming if I was you. Oh, Dynamic Racing's round! Oh no, this is not what you've wanted at all. This is the worst possible scenario for the man who was leading this race. He's out. He's basically out of this now. As Dynamic Racing, he's not going to be happy. I can tell you that. So Jack Muir though on the side, Max Motorworks is in P1, P2 is Wesley, P3 is Short, P4 is Schmidt. Both roll sensors in P3 and P4. Nick are in P5, P6 is Philip, P7 is Billy, P8 is Ferretti, and last has he left? What's happened here? Has he left? I can't view a certain Dynamic. BS apparently. According to Dynamic, I would call the same. As I believe he may have retired, as I can't see his name come up. But anyway, we've got 18 minutes left of the session. As Dynamic, yes, has left the session, and he's going to be absolutely fuming. I would be fuming as well. You've just started a race. You were in P1, and we just restarted it. He was in P1 by a long margin as well, and just been pushed round. And well, yeah, he's out of it now. As Jack Muir has actually got the lead of this, but Wesley, looking in behind, could come and make a little bit of a surprise here. As Jack Muir has run a bit wide onto the grass here. Why don't we do these sprint races more often? It's like a qualifying session, but better basically. Braking now in a second down into the right 90-degree right-hander. Up the hill they now come. Jack Muir's timed up perfectly. So they're now going to that left-hander right after. You got to make sure your car's got all the grip in the world. Your tyres are under a lot of strain through here as we now go for the next few corners. So Wesley needs to hold on to Jack Muir, and if so, I believe there's a 1.2 second like slipstream where where if you're in 1.2 seconds you'll get the toe. So Short has got that toe on Wesley, so he will actually gain a few mph, as so will Schmidt, and so will Nicker, and so, but Billy won't. But Freddie needs to do something, because at the moment, unless has he got damage? Freddie does not have damage, so Billy's just got that pace on the straights. As we now have some ride on board with the top two separated by absolutely nothing. The top gear challenge between the vans. How close can he get to the other van? This is what Wesley's testing right now as he goes down into the left-hand corner, the long sweeping left before the long sweeping right, just ahead of it. And he's going for the inside there, trying to put Jack Muir a bit off there, but Jack Muir doesn't flinch, and he's still up in that P1 at the moment. 16 minutes left of this, as we now see, as I've accidentally clicked the button I shouldn't have, as Jack Muir is still ahead by 0.5 of a second. As always, he's gone deep into the corner, but he's timed that actually very well on the brakes actually. And Wesley's still looking for that P1 that he could actually get here. As Jack Muir's run a bit wide, but is that the perfect line to take? It doesn't look like it, as Wesley's actually closing in now on the back of Jack Muir, so we need to ride with Wesley and Jack Muir coming around the final corner now. The gap is 0.3, 0.2, 1/10 of a second between Wesley and Jack Muir. This could be a move. What are the straight line speeds of these two cars? We'll be able to see the 4C versus the Porsche ahead of him. Down to turn 1, it's looking like Jack Muir has got some straight line speed on him, but Wesley round the outside will not be able to make the move, but a switchback could be on for the Dutch driver. Let's have a look round the next corner. No, it's not, as Wesley's going to have to stay in behind for now. But Short meanwhile is looking for he's looking for it. As Wesley down the inside once again. As these two battle, Short's has been able to pull in, and now he's very close as well. So is Schmidt in all of this. The roll centre boys are very close together. As Philip looks like he's had some contact with Billy, as they have really lost time. As Freddie in P6 at the moment, it's not looking good. As a 6 seconds off his Guana Racing teammate in P5. So Nicker right now coming through to just at the back of this little pack. You can see he'll be absolutely happy seeing those four ahead and knowing they'll be able to get on this battle if any mistakes are made. Riding on board with Nicker still, the number 7 always being Kimi Räikkönen there, as they now come down into the next corner. Doesn't look like any moves are actually going to take place at the moment, as Jack Muir is just maintaining that lead. Jack Muir only 4 tenths though ahead of Wesley behind him. Wesley only 7 tenths between him and Short. Short a second now between him and his roll centre teammate. So Schmidt and Nicker only 5 tenths separate them, as that's the pack. And then there's Freddie, who is already on his own, 10 seconds behind the lead and 7 seconds behind Nicker. As now Billy and Philip, they're perfect chances to assert some points that they so nearly need, as at the moment they're in P7 and P8 for highlight racing. But Jack Muir only 2 tenths now between him and Wesley, as once again we now see Phil has joined the session. And mate, I think it's a bit too late. Phil, if you're still watching the stream, do you want to join me in the commentary box? As Phil, if you're still here, do you want to be in the commentary box with me? That would be actually very lovely. That would be a very, very grand gesture for the last 12 minutes of this race. Breaking now once again as Jack Muir has lost the back end there a lot there. This could lead Wesley onto something, as Wesley has had a better run than Jack Muir out in the final few corners that they've done. Breaking once again, as Phil definitely doesn't want to commentate apparently, as Wesley and Jack Muir are very, very close. And they've actually pulled a gap on Short now. It looks like Short's having to defend from Schmidt in behind. The gap is only 0.3 of a second. So it looks like either Short's tyres are going off or he's had a mistake of some kind. I don't know what to say. Oh, right, okay. Neither do I, in fairness. But Nick are riding on board now with the Finnish driver. At the moment, time for him is he must be feeling it right now. It's 10 o'clock for him, so he must be a bit tired. I can tell you that for free. As he comes around the left-handers, basically the whole sector's left-handers. So now Nicker looks like he's actually lost quite a lot of time. As we'll ride on board with that once again. So I wasn't actually completely looking at that. So he's obviously run wide out of that corner, and that's a bit of a bad run onto the straight. And he's lost a ton of time through there actually. So back on to things. It looks like, oh, is that someone off? That's Jack Meir off. Jack Meir's gone off the track and he's left the session. Has he in contact with Wesley? I'm going to have a look at this. Wesley and Jack Meir very close. Yes, Jack Meir's gone off. So they've gone side by side. Both roll centre cars are now off and out. Not roll centre side. Both side max cars are off. And Wesley now in the lead of this race. Right. So only 7 drivers left now. So it looks like Jack Meir is not happy with that move. He still could have been on for some pretty good points, but he's not happy. I would next time want to race restart lol. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. If we restarted every 10 minutes, this would go on until like 8:30, and I'm really not. I'm not committed to that. Short is actually coming to the pits. So he's really gunning for this. Is he going into super softs? That could be something that he could be doing actually. Has he gone onto super softs? No, he's gone onto softs. He doesn't think those will last. So his last 10 minutes, he's on for a bit of a charge now. So the top 5 and top 7 actually now are as shown. So it's Wesley, Schmidt, Nicker, Short, Fretty, Billy and Philip. Billy only 1 second off Fretty, so it's not over till the fat lady sings, as some people could say. As Billy is he's not looking that confident on his throttle pedal there, as Short's definitely gone for a bit of a splash and dash. 14 seconds. I could just see in the distance his teammate of Schmidt just up around the corner. So it's not, he needs to gain consistently a lot. He needs to consistently gain basically, as the gap is still around 14 seconds. That needs to go down to around about 12 basically every single. It needs to go down 2 seconds a lap basically. But is that going to happen? As Schmidt actually comes into the pits now, it's this undercut territory actually, as Wesley's gone on. I have a feeling this is a bit of an undercut for Short here. Has he been able to prove? Has he been able to jump these guys in an undercut attempt? Schmidt comes out of the pits. Short's undercut him. Does this mean there is a chance that Wesley could be under a lot of pressure here? Wesley could be under pressure if he. So he's going to have to pit. Fundamentally, unless he can wing it out. Let's have a look. How are his tyres looking? His tyres look okay. Like, he could come into the pits, but then he could also stay out and just hope. So, what is Wesley going to do in these last few laps? Coming round the left-hand bend once again. We need to ride on board with this action with Short, Schmidt and Nicker. So they're separated by not a lot, but I think we just need to have a look at Wesley's actions. Will Wesley come into the pits? Or will he stay out? He's staying out. Wesley is staying out for the end of this race. As I've been actually called for dinner. As, excuse me, I'm going to shout downstairs. So you may hear some noise from me saying 5 minutes. I've said my 5 minutes, lads. So now, let's have a comparison of lap time. Wesley's just done a 25.7 on his last lap. Short's done a 24.9. So it's not a lot. Wesley could have this. It's 13.3 seconds over the line. What is it on our dashes though? 13.1. I think Wesley's got this. But it's just how his tyres will be on the final few laps. So how will his tyres be? Braking once again down into the next few corners. Wesley actually does come into it. He's not happy with those tyres. He tries to overcut. Wesley has this not paid off. He comes out of the pits. Where's Short? He's completely jumped them all. That is astonishing. Wesley's still in the lead of this. I thought he must have been undercut ages ago. So Wesley still with the lead of 1.6 seconds. Fair play to him. As it looks like at the moment he could be taking home the race win today. So your top 7 are Wesley, then Short, then Schmidt, then Nicker, then Freddie, then Billy, then Philip. So it goes. The team that Wesley races for, I don't know who he races for. I'm really bad at this. Who does Wesley race for? Wesley's team. Then it's roll centre, Guana, highlight. So basically, it's Wesley versus all the other teams. I don't know who Wesley races for. So, shall we have a look on RLH RacingLeagueHarbor.com? I think that could be a good bet to have a look at. So, RacingLeagueHarbor.com, the best website on the earth. Who does Wesley race for? Question that everyone needs answered. Let's have a look. Who does he race for? He races for... I race for Guana Racing. Oh, right. Oh, okay. I thought it was for a different team, but no. It's Guana Racing. Braking now down into the next corner. Wesley comes to 2 seconds now the lead, so this is for Guana. Three minutes to go in the session, and then it will be all over. So he's got a 3 second lead now, and this looks pretty good for a certain Wesley right now. P2 Short, he'll be happy, but he won't be happy that he didn't come home with the P1 unless Wesley does make a mistake in his final few laps. Schmidt at the moment in third, but he's looking for that second. I have a feeling this could be an inter-team battle. As Freddie now 39 seconds behind Nicker, Billy 56 seconds behind the race lead, and Philip right behind it. So another inter-team battle of the Highlight Racing lads could be approaching. It's almost like there's an LMP1, an LMP2, and then an LMP3 of Billy and Philip. But yeah, now Wesley comes up to the line once again, braking now down into turn number 1. racing for Antoine. Obviously, we are all racing for Antoine Hubert, who sadly died a few days back at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps at Radion, and sadly died and succumbed to his injuries. So we're all racing for him, as I did mention earlier on in the stream. So everyone at RLH is thinking of Antoine Hubert. So hopefully he's safe up there in heaven and racing alongside the likes of Ayrton Senna and James Hunt and Jules Bianchi and all that. All them lot who have sadly passed away from the motorsport world. Short now coming through once again, lap 13. This is going to be the second to last lap, if I'm not mistaken. So now Short coming around the final corner for another time. It could be the last time. It's going to be the last time for him. Can Schmidt do anything to annoy Short? Short's actually got a 5/10 penalty. This could be it for Short as Schmidt gets past round the outside. It's going to be side by side down at turn number 1. Will Short be able to hold on to this position, or will he give it up for Schmidt? Down at turn 1, roll centre, side by side. No penalty for Short now. It's literally 0.0, so he just needs to let off a tiny bit now into the next few corners to get that penalty away. But Schmidt looks like he's not going to have enough time to get past Short. He's probably got one more chance. Down into the right-hander, down into that, yeah, that sharp right-hander. So let's have a look. RLH underscore Short 77 versus SMJT 189. Who's going to come out on top? We've round right on board, as it looks like Philip and Billy are also in a battle, as Phil's left the session, as Billy's gone wide and so has Philip. They've both run wide, as it looks like. Let's have a look at Short, and so Short is still ahead. Coming down to the next corner. Up to line then. Billy and Philip have finished. But your winner today for the GT4 is Wesley Banwens. A great end to this race, making the overcut work. Now Short will come home in P2, but Schmidt's on the line. It's going to be so close. Oh, Short's got it by 5/100ths of a second. Nicker takes home 4th, and then finally in 5th will be Fretti. So up to the line then for Fretti to take home a P5, and that will be it. That will be all today. And that will be the end of the race. Congratulations to Wesley. Racing for Antoine, it's just right, isn't it? Just seeing a car attributed to Antoine winning this race. Well done to everyone who raced today. Sadly, not everyone who did race actually got to the checkered flag. Sad times for both the Sidemax Motorwork racing cars. And I think I'll end the stream there. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Spag. You guys have been, well, you. And goodbye.